Okay, it's very early in the morning. It's like 5 a.m.-ish. Um, just put my bell peppers in here. You know, as you can see, there's a whole pot of them. And I got these free from a friend of mine, and I think it's really great. Anytime you get a bounty like that, wow, that's just amazing. And they're so green and fresh, and oh my goodness. Um, really grateful for this gift. I'm just gonna boil these and cook them until they're nice and tender because I like my stuffed peppers so you can eat them, you know. And later I'm gonna use the same water I'm cooking these in. You know, it'll turn a nice pretty green to cook the rice that I'm gonna stuff these with. And that's about it for now. Just put my lid on and cook these until they're almost all the way tender, you know, because then they're gonna be stuffed and have sauce and everything put on them. So catch you later. So you can see they're nice and cooked and tender, and that way, you know, you don't have to worry about when you're eating them that you're not going to be able to cut through them with your fork or your spoon or whatever. And I'm gonna start making I got ground sirloin instead of ground beef because I like ground chuck, but they don't really have a good kind of ground chuck where I went, so I'd rather have the sirloin. And I gotta tell you, I've learned so much during this, like about making tomato sauce, that if you're gonna can it, that you need to add lemon or citric acid in a powder form, which I actually have here, and that helps the tomatoes to retain their color. It helps them to retain their acid level and their color. And I remember this one time when I lived in Ohio, this guy that I know gave me and my friend a bunch of jars of tomato salsa, and they were all brown, and I was like, ew. And he was like, oh no, I know. He said, but it's just from canning. And he said, it still tastes really good, but I never did eat it. I don't know if she ate hers or not. But and then also I've learned that you should rinse rice before you cook it. And I've seen them doing that on TV, and before I did it, I looked it up, and I guess it takes all the starch off of it. It keeps it from getting gummy. I find what also helps rice from getting gummy, which is what I have done the whole time, is to cook it really at a really don't put it in the it's just like pasta. Don't put it in the water until your water is at a full boil, and try to keep it as much at a boil as you can while you're cooking it, and then it doesn't get gummy. And then there was one other thing. What was the other thing I learned? I don't know. I'll have to tell you later. I can't remember. There was one, oh no, I just remembered. I realized I was putting my canning ring tops on too tight. That you should only just twist the oh you heat the seals and put the seal on, and then put the ring on, and you only turn it just so it's closed, not wrench on it. And I always thought, you know, tighter was better, and that's not true. That can actually cause your seal to come loose. And I've never had a seal come loose, but I don't want to either. That would not be good. Well, waiting for Tropical Storm Marco, I guess. This is Marco, I guess. It doesn't really look that bad. I'm taking it this is Laura down here. I thought Laura was more like over here. So I'm confused. I don't know. Yeah, it's supposed to travel west. But I don't know. No, okay, I guess that was it. I don't know where Laura's going. I forget what they said. seemed like they said it was going northeast after it travels. I'm not sure. Yeah, see, it's gonna go up. That's good news anyways. So I have my sirloin done, and I took 2 servings out of this and froze them. And I was gonna say something about that. I don't know if I did earlier or not, but a lot of people ask me, you know, because I live alone, and they're like, why do you make so much food? And it's like, because what I do is I freeze it in individual portions, because I don't really like fast food. So this is sort of my fast food, you know. It's like whenever I get hungry, I just grab something. It's like I look at my freezer and go, what do I got in here? And, you know, just make quite a bit of little servings of stuffed peppers. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm making my rice over here, as you see. It looks pretty good so far. There's actually too much water in here, but that's okay as long as I drain it off, obviously. Looks like it's about done. I'm gonna go ahead and check it. So, anyways. So, I mixed the sirloin in with the rice, and I'm roasting some garlic in my oven real quick to put in this too, and then I'm gonna stuff the peppers and put the sauce and the cheese on and stick them in the oven and get them nice and grilly looking. You know, I wish I could grill outside, but it's raining. So I went to the store to get diced tomatoes, and because there's 2 hurricanes coming here, or a tropical storm and a hurricane, they only had stewed tomatoes, and so this is what we got so far. And I haven't put the sauce on them yet. And you can see there is a pepper in there. I mean, I wasn't getting real particular today. So, pandemic, toilet paper, 2 storms, diced tomatoes, and toilet paper. Okay. I don't get it, but alright. And so, I have all this left over. I'm just going to freeze in individual portions because, frankly, that would be good to eat. Just that meat is so tender. It's so good. And I'm going to put sauce and cheese on these and throw them in the oven. I'm sorry, I just had to brag about, look how good my sauce turned out. And as good fortune would have it, I saved back just enough to do this with that I didn't put up. And now I'm going to put cheese on it, like I said, and put it in the oven. And I'll show you when it's done. And they are finished. You can actually almost see a pepper in there. I do wish I could have did the final ones on my grill. Maybe they would have got that burnt cheese kind of deal. A little bit right there. It started to. Okay.